well, everything is nicely packed. I think the seller did a very good job in protecting the watch. And wow, let me take this out. Seem to be stuck. Well, okay, it's because of that hang tag. Alright, let me carefully. Wow, this is a very nice looking watch. Yes, it's a reissue and it's a limited edition reissue. I think we can all forget about that limited edition, because this one, if I'm not mistaken, is limited to 15,555 pieces. And if you were to call that limited edition, I just do not know what is a limited edition. But let's take a closer look, peel off some stickers, and I'm gonna size up the bracelet. But I'm having some doubt because the bracelet is very stiff, so I'm not sure if it's gonna fit my small wrist, but we shall see. I think there is only one last one, which is on the case back. Okay, so it is off. And what limited edition number did I get? I think it was printed on the box, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. This is unit, oops, focus. This is unit number, it's not gonna focus, right? Because that is, okay, so this is unit number 10,908 out of 15,555 pieces. Yes, so I think we can all forget about the limited edition because it's not really that limited, and you should be able to get it. So let's give the watch a whine. And yeah, before we even talk about it, it's just a friction fitted bezel, but I don't know, it seems a little too loose, and it's like easily, you know, just rubbing it, you can move it. Maybe not that great, but I like the classical aesthetics. I think this one is a reissue of a model from 1968. I think they were saying that it's the first Seiko 5 Sports, but I'm not really sure if it's really the first Seiko 5 Sports, because I've read on some articles saying that it's not the first. Well, the movement seems to be working. All right. Okay, a very quick look at the watch dial. Yes, as I mentioned, it comes with the traditional Seiko 5 shield, and the Seiko Sports is there above the 6, and we have automatics, 24 jewels, 10 bar printed on the dial. Yeah, as I was saying, the bezel is kind of loose, but all in all, still good. And yeah, it comes with the crown position at 4. That's one of the key design of the, you know, the older Seiko 5s, because they wanted the crown to be less obtrusive, obstructive, or you know, whatever you want to call it. So it's kind of tucked away, it's kind of protected. Even if you were to bump the watch, you wouldn't be bumping off the crown. So there are pros and cons of having the crown at 4 and having it so tucked in away. This one, it's powered by a Seiko 4R36, meaning that the movement is hand windable. The older, you know, 7S26 or even older, you know, series of Seiko automatic movement, they are not hand windable. So it's okay to have the crown tucked, you know, slightly in. But for this one, if it's that in, when you want to wind the watch, it's kind of, I think it's still okay. You just have to get used to it not having be able to grip the crown between your thumb and your index finger, but rather just to use the friction of your index finger to just, you know, scroll it and wind it. I think it's still okay, but I did struggle a bit to pull out the crown, but once you get used to it, it's okay. The case back, there's no see-through case back, because I think they want to keep the watch as true to the original, so it's just the solid case back. But I noticed that the case back is actually popping out quite a lot. I'm not sure how well the watch will sit on my small 6-inch wrist. I will also need to see if this bracelet to me is kind of rigid. You see, when I want to bend it, the minimum radius of curvature is kind of big, and I'm a little worried that, you know, it will look awkward. And yes, you can still swap out the bracelet. It may look like, you know, an integrated or a hooded bracelet, but I think it's still okay if you want to change it, say, to a rubber strap or maybe even a leather strap, because this is not a true dive watch. Yes, typical to any entry-level Seiko, it comes with a stamp clasp. And yes, how stingy of Seiko to only give us one functional micro adjustment position. It's basically useless, right? So what I'm gonna do now is to size the bracelet and put it on the wrist. Okay, so this is how the watch look on my 6-inch or 15.2 centimeters wrist. The watch case itself is not too bad because the lug to lug distance is very short. As you can see, there is typically no lug overhang. But true to what I suspect, I'm having to stress the bracelet a little to let the watch fit on my wrist, because let me show you why. Yes, I basically removed most of all the links on the bracelet, except for, let me see which direction I maybe for here. It's not gonna focus again, right? Yeah, I only have one extra removable link on this side, and here basically I remove all. And you see, when I basically want to buckle the watch, you can see this part of the clasp is actually poking on the bracelet, and you see, I cannot close it, so I will have to stress it, right? I mean, I saw some videos, you know, people will just bend this portion a little more so that it conforms to the curvature. But yeah, this is how it is basically is. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the bracelet. I believe they follow back, you know, the bracelet that was originally available when they released the watch in 1968. But I think they can just try to keep the looks and do something better rather than copying it exactly the same. And one good thing is that the links, they are solid links. I don't think they are folded or any kind of a faux solid link. It seems solid to me. Here is a milled out portion of the link, so that the link just basically stacks on top of one another. Yeah, I mean, it has the very nice classic aesthetics. In a way, it looks or reminds me of some entry-level Casio watches. All right, if you have a smaller wrist like myself, 6-inch or less, yeah, you should think twice before getting this watch, because of that not so well designed bracelet, or maybe this watch is not aimed for folks with smaller wrists. All right. Yeah, the case bag again. I'm gonna spend some time to talk about the case bag, because I have a buddy of mine who is recently into watches, and she's complaining about, you know, why the case bag is not aligned. And this one is not too bad, right? Because it's a screw thread, and it's very hard to get a matching direction when it comes to screw down case bag, unless they pick and choose, right? But Seiko, they are not gonna do that for you. Alright, I think that's all for this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel if you do not want to miss out on the full review video. This is not a full review video before some folks, you know, start hunting me with pitchforks and fire. This is not a full review. This is just a first look and unboxing video of the watch, and I will be doing a full review of the watch after wearing it for a while. Till then, if you're new to the channel, again, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, stay safe, bye.